great. Yeah, so when you leave the fruit for that long, it becomes huge, it becomes bigger if it lasts for too many generations when you don't take out its fruits. And so that is what happened there. That is why it was so marvelous. That is why it was like that. But when they refer to a good and evil thing, they refer to alcohol through that grape. That is why taverns launches, especially taverns, where there's smoking and drinking, it becomes a problem where it is inspired by the bullies kind, because during that time Mother Eve slept spiritually with Satan, and since he slept spiritually with Satan, having Lilith and the other demons, it was that thing that under females we find them as gold diggers, under males we find them as bullies because Satan is there. And under these other ones, just influenced by the spirits all around here, it is the demons making them disobey God's commandments. That is what happened there. That is what it meant when the tree was eaten. It was that time when God took his hand and Eden, he took it away from them, which was God's luxurious stuffs like Lamborghinis, Bugattis, and all those mansions that he had for them, because it was useless for them. Same as you as a baby daddy, when you notice that your wife or your baby mama has cheated on you, you start doing other things to discipline them, depending on what it is that you will be doing to show the expression of your anger. That is why you'll be tarnishing, destroying, doing all those things that you love or want, even if you don't want to, just because of they cheated on you. And so that time, Father Adam, he was far away from that side because he was too afraid of that side, not wanting to be tempted of it because he was too afraid of it. Simply because he's a man and not a woman. That is why a woman has this thing of wanting to explore more, like loving power too much. It was that thing of, well, what is actually there. It is what happened there. And so when God said that case that you as a woman, you'll actually have a problem of giving birth, sex was going to be a problem if it happened before Cain was born. So when Cain was still in the stomach of Eve, it was this thing that it helped us during that time, because if Eve ate that grape or ate that apple during that time, it was that thing that sex, even it itself, it was going to be painful, like a woman giving labor to a woman, because the curse had to start immediately from that time. That is why it only ended on Cain and did not get poured unto Abel, because it ended only on that womb spiritual, because it was those spirits. That is why Cain was the first to kill and Cain was the first to do all those other stuffs. It is that seed there, that fruit there, that is what it meant. And it is these things that are still continuing. That is why bullies and all those other stuffs, they are like that. It is that seed. That is where they inhaled it. That is where it all began. Cool. I think I explained enough about that part there. The time I actually had a call from my other course. They asked me about the pace. And SARS is basically owing me 15.2 of my return. They don't want me to claim. They say it's not claiming. They say you are here to submit. I'm like, what do you mean? You are here to submit. And then there's written claims. Yeah, but anyways, I'll get it. But it's those things. That is why they call me, because they asked me of the fees, and I told them that I still want to report and paid. You know, they don't want, they don't like to be taken ups and downs, but they are like that too. Good. Cool. For the sake of those who be queuing, you know government things. They are a problem. Cool.